Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, The Loom Detective, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to make this adorable monkey pencil hugger. So this is a remake of my old tutorial, and this is my own design. I made this up myself. The old tutorial had a mess up in it and people were getting confused and it was hard to follow along, and so I decided to remake the entire tutorial so you guys can follow along easily and be able to make this, because it's really cute and it's a really cool hugger to have, and this is actually my favorite one besides the snake. The snake's my second favorite. So I'm going to show you how to make this in this tutorial, and you can make it whatever colors you want. As you can see, I did a pink monkey, and obviously they're not pink monkeys out there. You can make it realistic, or you can make it blue like my other one I did. You can make it rainbow, whatever colors you want. So let's get on with the tutorial. So the supplies you will need to make this monkey pencil hugger is you will need your rainbow loom hook, you will need your rainbow loom, you will also need rubber bands, you will need 68 of your main color, you will need 28 of your second color, the color that's the tail and half the face and the ears, and then you will need 2 black bands for the eyes. So go ahead and grab your supplies and let's get started. Okay, so you're going to start with your loom facing down. So you can see that little red arrow should be pointing towards you. So you're going to start out with your main color. You're going to take 2 bands. You're going to go from this first top peg out to the right. So put them there, connected to this peg. Okay, then you're going to take 2 more bands and go out from here to the left peg. Same color, unless you're doing like a rainbow monkey or something. Okay, you take 2 more bands. Now, through this whole tutorial, you're going to be using 2 bands unless I say to use a different amount of bands. So just automatically know it's 2 bands if I don't say what it is. Okay, so now you're going to go down from here to here with your main color and get 2 more bands. Go down from here to here, your main color, and get your main color again. You're going to go from here to here and then here to here. Okay, so 2 bands here and then 2 bands from there to there. Okay, so that's all with your main color. Now we're going to move on to the second color, and you're going to take 2 bands of that and you go down from here to here. Okay, and get 2 more bands, same color. Go from here into here. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing, here to here, those 2 bands, and then here to here. If I can grab the bands. Okay, so you're connecting all of those, and now we're going to take 2 more bands from here down to there. Let's push these down. Just like that. So that is what your loom looks like as of right now, and now that is the face. Okay, so we're going to move on to the rest of it. So you're going to take your main color again, and you're going down from this middle peg, down 1 peg. Okay, using 2 bands again. Now you're going to take the main color and you're going to spread out. So you're going to go here and there. So the first one, I'm going to the right, and then I'm going to go to the left. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to go down on the sides. Okay, so you're going to go down 4 pegs, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 3 sets of bands on 4 pegs. So this is your main color, 2 bands, and you're just going to go down that line, just like that. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just go down that line. This is a pretty simple pencil hugger. It takes a little time, but everything good takes time. So you went down 3 bands. Okay, so 3 bands, and now we're going to go down the middle. Okay, so the middle is going to have 4. Okay, so again, 2 bands. You're going to go down all 4. Just like that. So that is what your loom should look like. Okay, so we're just going to finish off the end of our monkey right there. So again, take 2 bands from here to here. Then take 2 more from here to here. That's right there. Okay, and now we're going to do the connector bands that hold these 3 rows together. So you're just going to take a band, and you're going to go, you see this triangle right here? We're going to go down. So right here and here, you're going to take that band and stretch it across. Okay, and I use the same color bands as the main part of my monkey, because that's where we're putting this. And then here, here, and here, another triangle, just like that. Really simple. And then one more triangle on these 3 pegs. Okay, so now we're going to move on and do the legs. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your main color or whatever color for your legs, and you're just going to continue down on here. So we're just going to go all the way down to the bottom of my loom, which is 5 sets of bands. Okay, so that's 1, 2, then you have 3, 4, and then 5 will be at the bottom. Okay, so right there. Alright, and now you're going to take 1 band, same color, you're going to wrap it around this peg 3 times. So, once, twice, 3 times. So you have 3 little loops right there. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on this side because there is 2 legs. So you're going to go ahead and go down. And then down again. And then down another time. And then 2 more times. So just like that. Okay, you're going to take band, same color, do the same thing. Wrap it around 3 times. Okay, and there you go. And now we're going to do the ears, which is the second color. So you're going to take a band of your second color, stretch it out, twist it, put it back on your fingers, and you're going to put it on these 2 pegs right here. So here to there. Then you're going to take a band, same color, and wrap it around 4 times. Okay, right here. So once, oh, fell off. Once, twice, 3 times, and then get it around 1 more time, 4 times. There we go. We're going to do the same thing on this peg right here. So we're going to take that band, stretch it, twist it, put it on the other hand, and put it here to here. Okay, so right there. Now you're going to take band of that same color. You're going to wrap it around 4 times. So once, twice, 3 times, and then 4 times, okay? So you want 4 loops on each of those. And now, finally, we're going to do the tail. So you're going to go ahead and get your bands of the secondary color. Some of mine are twisted up. And you're going to take one of those bands, and you're going to put on your hook and wrap it around let me see, and wrap it around 5 times. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you want 5 little rings on your hook. And you're going to take one of those bands, stretch it out, twist it, put it on your other finger. It's a cap band. You're going to slide these onto that band. Okay, now I've never been able to get 5 off at once, but you can do it 1 at a time or 2 at a time, really up to you. And then you're going to put your hook through the other side of that. Okay, then you're going to take another band, do the same thing, cap it, put it on the end of your hook, pull it through, and put it on the other side of your hook. And then keep on going. Okay, and you're going to do this 13 times. So you're going to use 13 bands. 14 if you include the first band you did. So you're adding 13 bands onto that cap band that we started with, that we wrapped around 5 times. So go ahead and keep putting those extra bands on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. Okay, and then 9. 10. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have 13 bands and that little band at the end, so that's 14 altogether. And that's your tail. You're actually going to use that as your cap band on the end of your project. So you're going to put it on that peg where everything comes together. Okay, and now what I do is I focus. Okay, there we go. I stretch the hook and I pinch the bottom with my fingers, and then you put it on here and you just use the edge of the peg to split in between those bands, because they are tight and you want to make sure that you get them all on there. See, I missed one. Okay, and if you miss one like I did, you can see it right in there. You can try to get it with your hook like that and pick those up. You can stick them back on and you should be fine. Okay, so you just want to make sure all of 4, so you should have 4 little loops on that band. And there we go. So I have my 4 loops, and we're going to do the eyes, and then we can start looping everything up. So you take your black bands, you put it on your hook, and you're going to wrap it around 4 times. Okay, so you want 4 little loops. Take your second black band, wrap it around 4 times. Okay, you want 4 loops, 4 there and 4 here, just like that. Take a band of your main color, put it on your hook, slide those eyes off onto it. Okay, just like that. And keep them separate if you can, but if they're already squished together, don't worry about it. We'll separate it when we put it on. So you're going to take your loom and you're going to put it on this peg and this peg. So this end goes right here. This end goes right here. Okay, and now you're going to make sure you separate the eyes, because monkeys have 2 eyes, not 1. You're going to stick your hook right in the middle of that band, okay, because it has 2 pieces to it. You're going to take the top part and put it right on that peg, okay, and then you can fix your eyes however you want to. You can also fix them after you're done looping. So this is what your loom should look like. Alright, so you can check to make sure it looks just like mine. And we'll get on to the looping. So we're going to start with the legs. Okay, so let's start with this side. You're going to reach behind that top band, right there, behind it. Pick up those 2 bands, pull them up like that, okay? Grab those bands, pull them up, and you just keep looping up, okay, up, till you get to, my tail's getting in the way, right here. Okay, so this is the last one you're looping right now. All right, so this is just for the leg. So then you can go ahead and pull it off, but make sure you hold your hand right here so you don't totally pull it all off. All right, because this is where it goes. So you can just move it to the side and you can fiddle with it and make sure it looks the way you want it to, but this is where that leg is going. So it's already right there. Now we're going to this side, all the way down. Do the same thing. Pull that back. And if you're having trouble differentiating between them, you can just pick this up from the side and put it down at the bottom to make sure that you grab it like so. And then loop it up, same as we did on the other side. So you are looping it up 5 times. Okay, so loop it all the way up. And then one more time, right up there. Okay, now this time, you're gonna put your hook in up here and make sure, keep your hook down. Okay, because we don't wanna grab any of those bands. We're just grabbing this and pick it up from the outside, and then you can pull it off. Okay, so that's your other leg. And now we're gonna put it right here. Okay, so where the head is, down the neck, over here. That's where you wanna put it. And put that on there. Again, stretching them apart and using that pin, the edge of the pin, to open it up between them. Sasha! She's so loud. Only when I'm recording, of course. All right. I almost forgot the ears, okay? So we're going to make sure that we get these. So come down to this bottom one, and you're gonna loop it up. Okay, so you reach behind that cap band, pick up the bottom band, and move it up. Okay, and then you're gonna do the same thing with this right here. Reach behind all of those top bands, pick those bottom bands up, and move it up. All right, so now you're going to pick this up, put your hook here, and just pick it up off the peg. It's a little tricky because it's so tight, but this is our ear, so you're gonna put one here and one here. All right, so again, with the pinch, and use the hook and the corner of the peg. Okay, you're gonna put it on right there. You're wanting to move this part so it's on the outside, because this is the actual part of the ear, this little cap band. So it makes it a cute little ear. Okay, so my band just broke right here. So this is my little ear. So I'm gonna show you how to do the second one, and I'll just go back and fix it real quick. So you have to be very careful. These are tighter bands, so they break easier when you stretch them. So you're going to pick this other ear up and be careful not to pull on it too hard, because it might break. And if it breaks, you can just make another one, but it's best if it doesn't break. Less work that way. And now we're gonna put that one on this right here. Again, squeeze and use the hook and the corner of the peg to put it on, just like that. And then you put it with the ear facing out. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start looping from here, and then we will be done once we finish all the way up to the top. So we're so close. All right, so you're going to start where the tail is, and we're going to actually take this leg and move it over first. So what you wanna do is you wanna make sure your leg is straight. And I normally put my hook inside that cap band right there. So you should have 3 little bands, and you're just going to put it across just hold your finger on top of here because you don't want it coming off, and you're going to wrap it around this peg right here. So put it, if you can wrap it down there, wrap it down there, but a lot of times it doesn't really want to stretch that far. But when you do it like that, you see it opens up the hole, and you're going to stick it right there. All right, and you're just going to keep it down here for just a few minutes while you hook this up so it doesn't get in the way. So you do not want your tail getting up in here. You're going to have to untangle it later, and it's just easier to do it this way. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach behind your tail and grab the top 2 bands, which if you followed me exactly, they will be going to the right. Okay, so let me see, I picked up a wrong band in there. So I'm just going to grab those again. Make sure I'm not picking up the wrong bands. Okay, and when you get it out of here, you can wiggle it so it doesn't break. Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys. So you can just see it a little bit closer, or a lot closer. So when you wiggle it, because this is so tightly wrapped, you don't want it to break. So it's easy when you go in and grab the top 2 bands, pick them up, wiggle, and till it comes loose. You can tell when it comes loose because you feel it give. All right, and then go in for the last 2 bands. And that one went really easy. All right, so now let's loop up the middle row. So you're going to take those bands and loop it up. Take them again, loop them up, all the way to the top. Okay, so that whole middle line till you get to the neck. Don't do that one yet. Okay, so you have that middle line that's looped up. And now we're going to loop up here. Not going to do the whole line though, so don't go ahead. I'll show you what we're doing. So for this one, you have to reach behind the top band and the connecting band, and then the other bands that are connected right here. So you see this little connecting band? You cannot loop that. So go all behind that, behind all of that, grab the bottom 2 bands, pick them up, and pull them up to the next peg right there. Okay, now you can see this connecting band more clearly. So you go behind that connecting band, grab the bottom 2 bands, and go up. Okay, and you're going to stop right here. Once you get, it's not wanting to go on. There we go. Once you get up to here, you're going to stop because we have to connect the leg over here. So now we're going to go back down to the bottom, and you can go ahead and lift this leg up. We don't want it to stretch out. Now you're going to go behind here. So again, there's a lot of bands on here. So you're going to reach down till you get to, you can see it this way. Reach behind all of those bands, so you just have 2. Then you're going to pick them up. And these ones you want to wiggle too. And you see how what that's doing? That's fine. It's as long as it's looped up with it, it's fine coming off the peg like that. Okay, and then put them up here, reach behind the connecting band, go up, reach behind the connecting band, and we're actually going to stop here. Okay, now we're going to take this one. Okay, so you're going to put your hook in through the top, right there. Okay, you're going to hold your finger here because you don't want the band slipping off. You're going to pull it over here, and you can just poke it behind this one right here. Oh, and if that happens, it's not a big deal because you can just stick your hook back in it. Again, make sure it's straight. Okay, you want this to be straight. Okay, so put it right here, and one finger right here, the other fingers put that right there. Okay, because we already looped in the middle, we don't have to worry about this getting in the way, so you can just leave it. Then go ahead and go behind the connecting bands, pull up those bands and loop it on top, and go behind all of those bands to the bottom 2, pick those up, and then pull it over. Okay, and do the same on this side. Reach behind, pick those bands up, and pull them up. Go behind all of those bands, bottom 2. And if you have trouble finding the bottom 2, like I showed you before, the easiest way is just to look on the side. Okay, so the whole bottom of your monkey should be fully looped, so you can go ahead and look, make sure that all of the bands are looped right there, because that would be a reason why it would fall apart if it wasn't looped. Okay, now this is a hard one. You're going to go behind all of these bands and get the bottom 2. Okay, so you can see the bottom 2 hanging in there, and if it helps you, you can pull them out like that so you know exactly where they are. The bottom 2. Grab them, pull up to this peg, and then you're going to take the top 2 bands. Now if you followed exactly what I did, it should be going straight up. Just pick the top 2, go up, top 2 again, go to the left. And if you didn't do it the exact same way as I did, just make sure you get that raindrop shape right there. You see that? The teardrop shape, because that shows that, see, it came from here and we're just returning it back to its peg. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to just go up. So you're going to reach behind these, grab the bottom 2 bands, pull them up. Okay, and now right here you have to go behind the eye band, pick those bottom 2 bands up here. And now here you have to go beneath the ear bands. Grab the bottom 2 bands and hook it up. Now this, wiggle carefully because those are tight bands and they don't always want to let go. Oh my goodness. Sasha. I think she saw a squirrel. Alright, so we're going to start back on this side. And you're going to reach behind the top bands, grab the bottom 2 bands, pull them up, go behind the eye band, grab the bottom 2 bands, pull them up. Then you're going to go behind all of the ear bands and grab the bottom 2 bands. And you're going to wiggle them, okay? And see, that one's hooked on here, so it's fine. Sasha, stop. All right, and now we're going to do the middle row, okay? Let's go ahead and pull that up, and then go in, pull that up, bottom bands, okay? And now you're going to stick your hook in and stick it out, and you're going to get one more band, which I didn't grab. Just a second. Get it out of my case. Okay, and some people use 2 as their slip knot band. I use 1 normally. So go ahead and grab that band with your hook. Pull it in. Okay, so let me show you. So when you pull it in, you want to twist your hook so it doesn't catch any other bands, just that band. Okay? And then you're going to go around the peg, put that end on your hook, grab the one closest to you and put it over that, just like that. Then you put it in the middle. Now if you use 2 bands, it is more secure so that if this one band breaks or if it slips off, then it'll be fine. You'll have an extra spare one. So make sure your entire monkey is looped, okay? So look at the sides before you pull it off, because you can always undo the slip knot and then just unloop it till you get to that part and loop it again, because if you don't do that, it will fall apart and it's no fun to spend so much time on something and then it just falls apart. So go ahead and make sure your entire thing is looped, and it should look like this. And then you can go ahead and take it off. Take it off from the top. I had a commenter say if you do it like this, it slips off the legs easier because it goes off the round part, so it doesn't get caught on the little edges of the pegs. And I thought that was a really good tip, so thank you for commenting that. And so go ahead and pull it off. Do it with your fingers, do it with your hook. Sometimes for the tighter wrapped areas, I will use my hook so it doesn't break, or bands, pegs with lots of bands on it. like this one, because I don't want any of them to snap from me just like yanking it off the loom. That would be a waste of time if it just broke just because I was so excited to get it off and I yanked it off. So pull it the rest of the way off here. All right, almost done. And then the tail. All right, so when you pull it off, it looks like this, and it's probably like, what? I spent all that time. It looks a little funky. I'm not really sure what this is, just like a squished monkey. So you're just gonna have to stretch everything out. So you can take the legs and stretch them out real quick. So they look more like that. And your tail, you are going to curl it. At least I like to curl it. And then your face, I normally like to twist it like sideways. So when you have it on your pencil, it shows like that. But it's really up to you. You can have it come out this way. This is actually the way it naturally wants to go. So you'll naturally have the eyes on this side. And you just want to push them out to the other side and tighten that slip knot if it's slipping out like mine was. And pull your ears out because they like to get stuck on the inside. Okay. And just fiddle with it because, you know, it turns out different every time, honestly. And so when you fiddle with it and everything, you can fix it to make it look exactly the way you want it to. And if your head is too far down and you want it like up, then you fiddle with the neckband right there. Okay, so when you pull the neckband, if you use your hook, it's safer. But I normally use my fingers. You pull it one way or another, and it will, it'll move. So there you have it. And now I'm just gonna show you real quick how to do the little tail to make it curl, because right now it's just kind of flat. So you're gonna start at the base of the tail, right here. Okay, and you're going to insert your hook into the first chain right there, and you're going to pull out. Okay, so we're starting to curve it this way. Okay, and then go into the next one, pull out, and you can do it every one, you can do it every other one, really up to you. You can use your hook. I've tried using fingers before. It's a little trickier because this is double capped, but it can be done. So I use my hook. I just push it in there, pull it out, and you do this to make it go whichever way you want to. So I want mine to come up like this, and as you can see, it went up and then it went like straight out. So now we're going to curl it up. So you see right there is where it went all kinky. So if I keep fiddling with it and I do all of these, it goes like, it unkinks itself. So go ahead and just play around with it however you want it to be. And once you get to the end, so you can see right there, it has this little curl to it. And I think that's really cute, like a little curly monkey tail. But it's really up to you if you want it to curl, if you don't want it to curl. And then you can hide your slip knot. So you just weave it in. You put your hook through some of the bands, grab it, pull it through. I got caught in another band in there. So you just want to make sure you pull that one band through, and you can stretch it, you can pull it through a different spot. Just hide it because I don't think it looks the best right there. And it came out the other side, so I'm going to try to stick it back in right there. You just gotta pull it in and out until you get it exactly where you want it. So see, I hit it right there. And if you stretch it, it pulls it out a little bit. And so there you go. That is your little monkey pencil hugger. And you can also use it as a hook hugger, however you want. And go ahead and just keep fiddling with it till you get it exactly the way you want it. And there you go. You have your adorable little monkey pencil hugger. So go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And comment if you really like this tutorial and if you're happy I remade it, or go ahead and put down any requests, or if you have any questions, if you're stuck at a spot, go ahead and just put that down below and I will comment as soon as I can. And I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!